You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com.
You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials, because the revolution will not be televised.
Do you want that real sports talk? Unfiltered, unsanitized? Well, you have found it. This is a revolution in radio. The realest, trillest sports talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show. This is sports talk for the people. Yeah! What's happening? What up, baby? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. Like my boy B used to say on the playground after he hit a three-pointer in warm-ups, bring it back! Bring it back! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yeah, thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. May 6, 2015. I feel good. How about you? Yeah. We're going to tackle these sports topics. Talk about everything going on in the world of sports. We're going to do it like that, man. Hey, how about a bonus bring it back? Bonus bring it back. I feel so damn good. A bonus bring it back. Yeah. Oh, I'm tripping. I am tripping. A bonus, bring it back. I just came up with that. Oh. What up, Stewies? Shouts out to all of the Stewies, man. Everybody already in the chat room. This is what we do around here. Shouts out to Grego, Jersey Vern, 9-0 the Rhino, Lamont Hart, Leon, Stagger Lee. What up, Stagger Lee? Petro. It was your day yesterday. Mocha Bella, That Ninja, Jungle Brother. Shouts out to y'all. Thank you very much for being totally interactive. Passing the word and the gospel of the Doug Stewart Show. Everybody in the chat room. Speaking of which, man, if you're a new listener to the Doug Stewart Show, thank you, first of all, for tuning in. But listen, this is an interactive show. The listeners, I call them the Stewies, are kind of like my co-pilots, a.k.a. my co-host, my wingmen. And so follow the show on Spreaker.com. Hit the little follow button. And then jump in the chat room. There's a little talk bubble like you would see in the comic books, and you click on that, and then you're introduced to a whole new world of cool people. I call them Stewies once again. And we have a lot of fun around here Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes, the Doug Stewart Show. All right, so some good things we're going to get into today. Still more fallout from this Manny Pacquiao-Floyd Mayweather fight. And as you see, the title of the show is Sit Your Ass Down, Pacquiao fans. Just sit your ass down. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to talk some NBA playoffs. Obviously, last night, the Atlanta Hawks get back on the right track. You know what really confuses me sometimes? What really confuses me sometimes is you're very smart sports fans, and you've been around for a long time. I think the demo to this show is, dudes between ages of like 35, 55. I mean, that's who listens to the show. And so if you're sports fans, if you're taking time out of your day to watch sports, you know how this thing goes historically, okay? And everybody's just going off the deep end because the Atlanta Hawks lost in the first game of the series, and Hawks are, they're bad. They're not a good team. But, I mean, you know how this works. You know how this works, man. I mean, it's a 7-game series for a reason. These are good teams. And sometimes a team loses the first game and then they go on to win the series. It happens all the time. And the Hawks played 82 games this year, had the best seed in the East. And after their first game in this series to the Washington Wizards after they lose, everybody's just writing them off. Come on, man. It ain't that simple. Now, listen, the Hawks may not win this series, but, I mean, it's just not that simple where, what they've done the entire year just washes away. It just goes away magically. So we're going to talk about that. I'll get your thoughts on the Atlanta Hawks. Wow, Isaiah Thomas is back in the league. Kind of, sort of. Not in that league, but another league. But you know what it is, and Isaiah has a lot of detractors out there, a lot of haters. He has a lot of those out there, so we'll talk about him. He's back in basketball, getting a check. We didn't talk about this on yesterday, but we got to hit Randy Gregory, defensive end / linebacker for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, formerly, now the Dallas Cowboys. He did something kind of crazy. We'll talk about that later as well. And a lot of little other stories, whatever you want to talk about. Now, I always give like a blueprint, like an itinerary. But if there's something else that you'd like to talk about on the show, we'd love to hear it. Just let me know on Spreaker.com in the chat room. Or you can give me a call at 404-382-0338 and be totally live. Once again, that number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. So what we do is we talk about sports, we talk about guy talk, whatever's going on in the news. I read a lot of your chat. Once again, that's what makes the show totally interactive. So pass the word, tell one person about the Doug Stewart Show. Oh, one more thing we're going to do today. We're going to do the top 5. And let me tell you the backstory to it. Today's birthdays Gabby Sidibe. You know who that is? The chick that was in Precious. And I laugh, and I'm sorry. No disrespect to the great Gabby Sidibe. But the reason I'm laughing is because my boy Special K, comedian right here in ATL, he's kind of like a contributor to the Ricky Smiley morning show. And Special K comes on, and he always does these little quick little bits or whatever. He's a comedian, established comedian, been around for a long, long time. And like a constant theme to his jokes on Ricky Smiley's show is somehow dissing Gabby Sidibe. I mean, come on, man. Talking about her weight. And once again, no disrespect to her, but a lot of that stuff Special K says is just funny as hell. So I laugh every time I say her name. But her birthday is today, and God bless her soul, she's 32 years old today. Happy birthday to Gabby Sidibe. Happy birthday to her. Now I'm going to say this. She needs to definitely get that weight under control. Knock on wood. There won't be too many more birthdays. I mean, I hope that's not the case. But so she's 32 years old today, and so it started me thinking, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how the conversation came up, but we started talking about thickness and ThickSnacks and hefty girls. You know, girls are kind of big-boned, but still fine as hell. So today, the top 5 most beautiful plus-size big girls of all times. We're going to do it today. We're going to do it today. Yeah. Yes, sir. So I'm going to give you my top 5 most beautiful ThickSnacks of all times. And that's kind of like a nickname the young people call big-boned girls these days is ThickSnacks. So I'm going to give you my top 5. And in the chat room, you tell me who your top 5 is. I think we pretty much probably got the same names. Because let's be honest, I mean, there's not a lot. There's not a huge list, okay? There's a good-sized list, but there's not a huge list for this category. It's just not. So there's a couple of names that probably pop into your minds, all right? So we're going to talk about those young ladies, and I'm going to give you my order, all right? The top 5 ThickSnacks of all times. Yes, sir. You kind of know who number 1 and number 2 are if you listen to the show at all. You know, you kind of know where I'm going with that. But the other 3 might come as a surprise to you, or you might not have remembered these young ladies. So we'll do that today. All right. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. But once again, the Pacquiao Mayweather fallout. I mean, when will it end? When will it end? I mean, there's more foolishness, more talk surrounding what happened a couple of nights ago when Floyd Mayweather Jr. put the beat down on Manny Pacquiao. I mean, the apologists out there, the Pacquiao fans, you just disgust me. You do. You just disgust me. Sit your ass down somewhere. The man got his ass whooped. We'll talk about it when we get back. I mean, golly, y'all gotta, you gotta be better than this, man. Let it go. Let it go, son. Let it go. Please be better than this. So we'll talk about that. Looks like Floyd is ready and willing to make another $200+ million. We'll talk about both of those little stories when we get back from the break, all right? Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Sports talk with hot sauce. Texas Pete hot sauce. Stay your ass right there. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area, all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brano, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5electronicsinc.com. That's System5electronicsinc.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice and frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is peanuts taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled peanuts and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it, P-E-A-N-U-T-S? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern! Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got you back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Hey, yo! This is the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, treeless talk show in America. Thank you so much for joining your boy. You can email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Give me a call at 404-382-0338. You can also jump on the chat line on Spreaker.com and be totally interactive, man. This is a Wild Out Wednesday. And this segment is brought to you by System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners in the metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia. I mean, they can reach out real far. The most affordable home security monitoring systems featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as little as $16.50 per month. That's right. Protect your home, protect your family for as little as $16.50 per month. They've got a promotion going on right now at System 5 Electronics, the alarm service company, that if you purchase a Smart Solutions package, you get a free driveway probe. And what is that? When somebody drives into your driveway, you get alerted immediately on your cell phone, your smart device, laptop, or whatever. You can actually even see pictures and video. So it's the bomb. I mean, and these cats have been around for over 25 years. Just an excellent company. So give them a call and make sure you let them know that the Doug Stewart Show sent you at 404-756-0736, or check them out online, which is probably the easier way, at System5electronicsinc.com. Once again, that's System5, the number 5, electronicsinc.com. And make sure you tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. All right, so it's a Wild Out Wednesday. Top 5 most beautiful plus-size celebrities of all times. That's what we're doing today in honor of the great Gabby Sidibe. Not sure she's going to make my list, but, I mean, she helped spark the conversation. So, all right, so let me give you number 5 on my list, all right? And, I mean, I really had to dig deep to get on number 5. I got to be honest with you. I had to dig real deep, man. So coming in at number 5 on my list, man, is Niecy Nash. You know who Niecy Nash is, right? I don't even know the name of the show because I don't watch the show. But she was also in another show a couple of years ago, another comedy, and I guess I should have did research on the names of these actual TV shows that she was on, and I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, the TV shows that she appeared on in the past. But Niecy Nash, man, them lips. Ooh, them lips. Yes, sir. And she got some junk in the trunk. One little problem with Niecy Nash, though, if you look at her legs, she got them old lady legs. And she got cankles. And I'm not really a fan of the cankles, but bless her heart, really sexy. Nice tatas. Yeah. So Niecy Nash comes in at number 5 on my list of top 5 thickness of all times. Yeah. All right, Niecy Nash. Trying to look at the name of her. She was on the Bernie Mac show as Bernie Mac's sister. She was on a Fox TV show, Do Not Disturb. What else? I'm trying to look at the look for the TV show that she was a part of, where she played like this cop, and it was kind of like a satire type show. Somebody will tell me in the chat line or whatever. But yeah, she also appears in this TV show with Cedric the Entertainer on TV Land, called Soul Man. Exactly. That's right. It's a spinoff of Hot in Cleveland. So Niecy Nash comes in at number 5 on my list. All right. So everybody's still talking about this Mayweather fight and really kind of like some fallout from it. 2 issues. One is Floyd Mayweather has let the media know that he will, has no issue in fighting Manny Pacquiao again in a year from his surgery. And obviously, why wouldn't he? Because he made he's gonna make at the end of the day about $200 million. So he'll probably make somewhere around that again or more. So why wouldn't he? So top ranked promoter Bob Arum told the Puppet Factory that they're willing to do this and that they should wait. And that's the one thing I didn't like about Arum's statement. You know, I'm not a fan of Bob Arum already, but Bob Arum basically says that Floyd Mayweather should wait. Instead of fighting his last fight that he had already scheduled or has scheduled to fight in September, he should wait until Manny gets healthy after this surgery. And I'm like, who the hell are you, Bob Arum? The smart thing to do, and what I think will happen with this whole situation, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I think Floyd goes ahead and fights this fight in September, whoever that may be. He wins the fight, clearly, probably, because he's one of the best fighters of all times. I don't see anybody out there that's going to challenge Floyd Mayweather Jr., even before this Pacquiao fight, including Manny Pacquiao. He goes ahead, does that. Once again, as I talked about a couple of days ago on Monday, retires, calls it a career, and then he comes back. He announces that he's coming out of retirement to fight Manny Pacquiao. Once again, you have to sell this thing. You have to let the world know some type of way through a video or whatever showing Manny Pacquiao on his comeback trail, in his redemption fight to Floyd Mayweather. And if they build it up the right way, Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is America is mad right now and saying they'll never pay for another Mayweather fight and this, that, and the other. That's not true. I mean, we're fans. We're fans. Now, I wouldn't pay for a fight because I never pay for a damn fight I know is going to be a blowout. But Americans will, and especially Manny Pacquiao fans. If they build this thing up once again the right way, and they say, wow, Manny's back, he's looking better than ever, and they feed us that crap, and they make you believe that Pacquiao would have a chance. And then how fitting it would be for Floyd Mayweather Jr., the guy that everybody hates, if he were to lose his last fight, and he wouldn't go unblemished on his record, and he doesn't go down as the guy with more wins or more consecutive wins and an undefeated record as compared to the great Rocky Marciano. I mean, that would be perfect. That would be build-up. That would sell that fight, okay? So, yeah, Floyd really don't care, but I guess Floyd's like, listen, clearly this dude can't beat me. I mean, he probably saw something the other night where he's so willing to jump out there this early, a couple of days after the fight. Now, you know Floyd is very calculated, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Floyd is very calculated, and to me, if this guy comes out, Floyd Mayweather Jr. comes out 2-3 days after the fight and says, yeah, I'll fight Pacquiao again based on his history and how calculated he's been and how much he takes his time and based on what a lot of people will tell you, that he ducks fighters, for him to come out so quickly and like, yeah, I'll fight dude again, that tells me as a boxing fan and as a fight fan and as a sports fan that he's not even stunned Manny Pacquiao. Like, he thought it was so easy the other night that, yeah, okay, whatever, I'll fight dude. All right, that's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's start the conversation right now. Let's start the negotiations right now. That's what that says to me. Hurt shoulder or not, once again, the man threw over 400 punches. He ain't that damn hurt, okay? So, yeah. If Floyd comes out this quick and says, yeah, I will fight Manny Pacquiao a year from his injury, are you happy now? In the famous words of Martin Tagina. Are you happy? I'll fight him again. I'll take your $200 million again, and then I'll ride off into the sunset. That's exactly what it appears to me. And Pacquiao fans, man, they still out there saying that Pacquiao can win. And I actually saw somebody emailed me. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Somebody actually emailed me the comments from Skip Bayless on Monday where he said he thought Manny Pacquiao won the fight. And now Skip said a lot of crazy things, and you know my history with dude. I mean, we debated dude for over 5 years on First Take. And we had a lot of run-ins because he just said a lot of just stupid-ish. Okay, just stupid. From his hating of Terrell Owens, from his hating of LeBron James. You know, I've always talked about LeBron as far as a character standpoint in the things off the court. I've never questioned LeBron James as far as his skill level and how great of a basketball player he is, but Skip Bayless did that. Skip says that Manny won this fight. Skip Bayless says Manny Pacquiao won the fight. And at some point, it's almost like, where's the point of diminishing returns? Where you try to be this contrarian and you try to just always take the opposite side of facts just so people will talk about you, and I guess I'm doing it right now, so I'm kind of guilty of it. But, I mean, at what point do you just not say anything stupid? You know, you really make yourself look bad, and you make the fact that you're a guy analyzing sports, you make the decision to let you do this for a living, you make that look bad. So, anyway. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Would you pay to watch Pacquiao Mayweather if it's set up the way I described? Mayweather wins his last fight. He's tied with Rocky Marciano. A couple of months later, he comes out of retirement, or a year or so later, he comes out of retirement at 39, 40 years old to fight Manny Pacquiao again after he gets the surgery and supposedly ready to fight. What are your thoughts on that? Would you pay? Now, remember, you're one of the people You might be one of those people that said you'd never pay to see Floyd Mayweather again. You probably said that 4 or 5 times. But in this scenario, would you do it? I think you would. All right, when we get back from the break, more Pacquiao Mayweather talk. Cats filing class action lawsuits. They want their money back. You can't get your money back, man. Just stop it. I should have named today's show Just Stop It. Just stop it, Bob Arum. Just stop it, Pacquiao fans. Just stop it. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. The Doug Stewart Show. The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show. If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers in compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Wild Out Wednesday. Top 5 most beautiful ThickSnacks of all times. And coming in at number 5 on my list was Niecy Nash. Ooh, she thick now. I mean, she real thick. She got some cankles, though. I got a real problem with that. And all of this came about because we talked about Gabby Sidibe. Her birthday is today. You know, the chick that played in Precious. She now has a little role on Empire. She turns 32 years old today, so happy birthday to her. More birthdays today, May 6, 2015. Chris Paul turns 30 years old today. Happy birthday to Chris Paul, point guard for the L.A. Clippers. Should have been L.A. Lakers. Meek Mill. You know who Meek Mill is? He's one of these young rappers. He's 29 years old. His real name is Robert Rameek Williams, better known as Meek Mill. He turns 29 today. I didn't know he was actually part of Grand Hustle. And, I mean, I guess I should. It shouldn't be a bad thing that I don't know this stuff because I really don't keep up with these young artists like that no more. But he was actually signed to Grand Hustle, which is T.I.'s label here in Atlanta. And he left Grand Hustle, and now he's with Rick Ross's Miami-based Maybach Music, you know that. He's from Philadelphia originally, which that's something different in hip-hop these days and times. It used to be, for the most part, I can't think of any examples where it wasn't. It used to be New York rappers used to only be with New York labels, and, you know, Atlanta rappers only used to be with Atlanta labels and Miami and so-and-so and so-and-so. But nah, So Meek Mill's from Philadelphia, and he had to come down south to get on. I mean, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's what you call diversity. Talent reigns supreme. Willie Mays, 84 years old today. Happy birthday to Willie Mays. That's a nice run. 84 years old. For some reason, I thought he was dead. I'm glad he's not, though. Jason Witten turns 33 years old today. For some reason, I thought he was older than that. Played with the Dallas Cowboys for many, many years. Tight end for the Dallas Cowboys. Goran Dragic is 29 years old today. Point guard for the Miami Heat. A longtime Phoenix Sun. And Akbar Baja Biamala, or Bilamila. I'm sorry. I screwed that name up. AGB, former football defensive end who currently hosts American Ninja Warrior. He works at Fox Sports as an analyst on the NFL Network. So happy birthday to all of those folks. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So a class action lawsuit was filed Tuesday on behalf of two Las Vegas residents seeking more than $5 million from Manny Pacquiao, his manager, and his promoters for fraudulently concealing his injury before his fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. When this type of or this conversation came up yesterday that this might happen, it's actually the case now. This is what you call a frivolous lawsuit. I mean, seriously. People got better time than this. Ain't nobody getting no money back from Manny Pacquiao or from Bob Arum or anybody to do with this fight the other night, because you know why? Manny Pacquiao fought 12 rounds. Manny Pacquiao threw over 400 punches. I mean, what more do you want? They don't promise you when you pay for a fight, they don't promise you that your guy's going to win. They don't promise you even that your guy's going to put on a great performance. Okay? So I don't know. And I don't know legally, how I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for, substantial this is, or how much credence that we can put in this thing at all. But I would think, and I don't know anything about law, but I've watched a lot of Law and Order type TV shows, and I think this is a frivolous lawsuit. It's just ridiculous. Once again, athletes play injured all the time, okay? And clearly he wasn't injured to the point where it was embarrassing, where he couldn't throw punches or something like that. He couldn't lift his arm because of his shoulder. No. The man threw over 400 punches. The man got his ass whooped. Yeah, what more do you want? What more do you want? If he didn't fight, if he said he couldn't fight, you wouldn't have paid for it, but he could fight. He did fight. He did. Now, it didn't go the way that a lot of people wanted it to go once again, but the man fought. What more do you want? 404-382-0338. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that this thing has any validity, that that something might come from this? Do you think people are going to get a piece of their money back? They're suing them for $5 million in a way, you know how class action lawsuits are. And basically it's spread out to everybody that got victimized, that was defrauded, allegedly. And so I know a lot of you out there are wishing that it goes through so you can get your money back, but it ain't going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, anybody who wants to bet me that this thing will be successful and that you will get your money back from a class action lawsuit, email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. I'm taking all bets. I'm taking all bets this thing won't even get past, I don't know, a lower court judge or courtroom. Yeah. From Miss Mocha Bella. I'm reading some of your chat right here from Miss Mocha Bella. She says, my top 5 big, beautiful black women are, and I didn't really differentiate mine with black women or not. I've got one lady that didn't make my list, but she's on my honorable mention. I'll tell you a little bit later. She's not black, but that's fine. It's your list. She says Monique at number 5. Oh, no, I don't like that one. Queen Latifah. Yeah, I don't know about Queen Latifah. She don't like women. She only like women though. Then she has Takara at number 3. Obviously a fan of her. She might end up in my list. Jill Scott at number 2, and she's got Oprah Winfrey at number 1. It's your list. It's your list, Mocha. It's your list. And then she's also got Nene Leakes and Gabby Sidibe and honorable mentions. And I'm not a fan of that Nene chick at all. I really can't stand that Nene chick. And I don't think she's cute at all. I mean, not even a little bit cute. She's a big girl, but she ain't cute. From Stagger Lee, can we put Michael Sam on the BBW list? She got drafted in the 7th round. Y'all need to stop that, man. Leave that man alone. Just let him go. Speaking of which, have y'all heard this story? And I don't know if it's I guess it is technically a story. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Google Herschel Walker's son takes up cheerleading. Just Google it. It's actually a story that I saw in Yahoo Sports. And maybe today I'll try to see if we can get the producers to pull up a clip from it. But, yeah, Herschel Walker's son, the great Herschel Walker, the all-time greatest running back in the history of Georgia football, one of the top, 2, 3, 4 best college football players of all time, a lot of people will tell you. His son competes in competitive cheerleading. His son, Herschel's little boy, competes in competitive cheerleading. Just Google the story and check it out. And I'll say this, man, that's a supportive father. Herschel Walker is a supportive father. Yes. But the man's son, and I wish I had some damn crickets or something around here. The man's son, competes in competitive cheerleading. His son. Now, you got to see this story. You got to see this story, and I'd like for you to see the young man and in the story, Herschel's son, and let you see how he expresses himself and how he's so into competitive cheerleading. So just check that story out when you get a chance, all right? The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This is thedougstewartshow.com. Shouts out to new listeners once again. Make sure that after the show is done, or even right now when you get a chance, go to Facebook. Most of you got Facebook accounts because, Facebook pretty much runs the world. Facebook really is about to take over the world. Go to Facebook, man, and check out the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group page, all right? It's the party after the party. So when we're done today at noon, then jump in the chat room and continue the conversation in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group page. Yes. All right, so let me go ahead and tell you. No, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll wait till we get back from the break. When we get back, I'm going to tell you number 4 on my list of top 5 ThickSnacks of all times. I like that word. Because it's so appropriate. Yeah. So number 5 on my list was Niecy Nash. Her thick self. She grandma thick, though. Grandma ankles, cankles, grandma booty. She dragging and wagging back there. So she comes in at number 5. And number 4 on my list, I'll tell you who that is when we get back, all right? 404-382-0338. Don't go away. Keep it locked. When we get back, let's talk about the NBA playoffs from last night, man. All you Hawk haters, man, y'all better recognize. All right? We'll talk about it when we get back. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative, I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
So I'm probably 6. So Jesse Bryant rolls by, and I remember it like it was yesterday. He rolls by in his truck, and for some reason, something in my mind says, pick up a rock and throw it at Jesse. And I hit his truck. And not only did I hit his truck, it was a damn good throw and aim because it hit his windshield. And it cracked his windshield. So he stops and jumps out of the truck. I don't think anybody saw me, but he jumps out and, Isaac, so your grandson hit my truck with a rock. They had a little conversation. I'm like, oh man, this is bad. And sure enough, my grandfather walks up and sees this nick on the windshield. And Jesse rolls away, and I know I'm in trouble. My daddy not around, my mother not around, and my grandfather reaches down, and this is God is my witness. Strike me down right here. My grandfather reaches down and pulls off a branch from a rose bush. Yes, just drags his arm and pulls off the leaves. Thorns are still applied to said switch. You get your ass whooped with a switch is bad enough, but a thorny switch? Oh my gosh. So he commences to busting my ass with a thorny switch. Yes. And you know I was marked up from head to toe. Now, that's probably child abuse. Not saying that what Adrian Peterson didn't do was child abuse either, but that was child abuse. That's a deadly weapon. And this is no lie. You're listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm reading some of these chat messages, man. Y'all crazy. Hey, Stagger Lee, man, you need to really, you really need to make an effort to be a comedian, man. I mean, go for it, bruh. Go for it, bruh. I think you got some talent. You just need to work on it a little bit. Well, actually, a lot. This is the Doug Stewart Show. The number is 404-382-0338. We're brought to you this segment by National Debt Relief. They're one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, an alternative to bankruptcy. So before you file bankruptcy and mess yourself up for 7 to 10 years, all right, give these folks a shot at National Debt Relief. Give them a call at 844-828-4975. Grab your pen. I'm going to give you the number again. All right, it's 844-828-4975. You need to exhaust all, opportunities to not file bankruptcy if you don't have to. So give these folks a call at National Debt Relief. All right, top 5 most beautiful plus-size / thick snack women of all times today, in honor of Gabby Sidibe's birthday, who unfortunately will not make my top 5 list, but she spurned the conversation. And number 5 on my list was the great Niecy Nash, and coming in at number 4 is Serena Williams. Yes! And the only reason Serena wasn't high on my list is because she looked too much like Richard. Yeah, every time I see Serena, I'm like, damn, she looked like her old man, and that's not cute. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Yeah, but Serena is kind of like in between thick and muscle. So once again, that's another reason why she wasn't higher on my list. She's clearly thick. She's clearly big-boned, but these other women are kind of fluffy, and they're kind of soft to the touch. If you touch Serena, you literally touching a 45 plate at the gym. But she comes in at number 4 in any regard. She comes in at number 4 on my list of top 5 thick snacks of all time. Shouts out to the Atlanta Hawks. They get it done last night. Yes, at the Highlight Factory. 106-90, beating Washington. Series now tied 2 games, or 1 game apiece. DeMarre Carroll's like their glue guy. He does everything so well. He can shoot well, defend well. He just does it all, man. Very smart basketball player out there. 22 points for him last night. Ramon Sessions, who I really, really can't stand. He's a punk ass. God, I thought it was such a great pickup when we picked up Ramon Sessions out in L.A., and he couldn't handle the bright lights of L.A., just like Dwight Howard. He didn't do a damn thing for us, and we let him go. He's probably played on like 8 or 9 teams, but he has a decent game last night, 21 points for the Wizards. So the series is tied 1 game apiece. And like I said at the top of the show, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, this is basketball. It's a 7-game series for a reason, okay? Anything can happen on one night. How many times have a team lost a game and then come back and won the next one or won the next 2, 3, or whatever? So I like the Hawks. I said that anything outside of the Eastern Conference Finals this year for the Atlanta Hawks would be a disappointment. I still like the Atlanta Hawks to do that. All right, so great win for them last night. The Golden State Warriors go down. Yeah, they go down to the Memphis Grizzlies last night at home. 97-90. Mike Conley, 22 points last night, and coming back from a broken damn face. I mean, that's a lot of heart. And, man, if you've seen Mike Conley, man, if you look at this guy, man, he's screwed up. Like, his eyes are bloodshot. I guess they broke some type of vein in his eye. And he's just messed up right now, man. God bless his heart. Came back wearing that mask, that Phantom of the Opera type mask that players wear sometimes whenever they have this type of injury. So he comes back last night from injury. 22 points for him. And I'm going to tell you what, man, by historical basketball terms, Memphis should win this series. They should, because you got everything going against Golden State as far as the makeup of that team. They really don't have a lot of great play inside in relative terms in comparison to the Memphis Grizzlies. They got fantastic players, obviously, the MVP of the league, Steph Curry. But, I mean, they got Andrew Bogut, who's horrible, I think, in my opinion. Draymond Green's really a guy that plays inside, but he oftentimes floats outside of the paint as well. But you got Pau Gasol, you got Zebo in Memphis, you got a good guard play, you got Tony Allen, who's fantastic defensively. Based on the record, Golden State should win, but based on historically how basketball is played and the most successful teams, Memphis should win this series, in my opinion. They might not. A lot of people say they won't, and it was just a bad night for Golden State last night. But I'm telling you, you throw in all of the axioms when you talk about basketball and, shooting teams. You live and you die by the 3. All of that type stuff you throw out there when you talk about Golden State. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it, man. I've just watched too much basketball and heard too many experts and analysts talk about this situation with this type of team. Okay, not a fan of Charles Barkley, and he just continues to rail on and on about it. I might not like Charles Barkley off the court, but Charles Barkley knows something about some basketball, especially in the NBA. Hall of Famer, one of the greatest players to ever do it. And he continues to nail home the fact that Golden State, with all of the shooting that they do, man, he just can't see them winning a championship, and I agree with that. So these series are tied 1 game apiece, and tonight we got Chicago taking on Cleveland, game 2 of their series, and we also got the Clippers, and still trying to find out if Chris Paul is going to come back and play tonight. Chris Paul and the Clippers taking on the Houston Rockets. The Rockets up 1-0 in this series. So, yeah, real hot and heavy in basketball right now. Yes, sir. Let me read more of your chat. From Eddie Mo 2.0. In Honor of the Fight, can we get a top 5 Latin/Spanish boxers of all time? I wouldn't even know where to start on that. It's too damn many. I mean, there's a million Latin Spanish boxers. I wouldn't even know where to start. And then you're talking about weight classes and pound for pound. I mean, I guess I could do something like that. Let me see off the top of my head right now. Hector Macho Camacho, Alexis Arguello, I don't know, Roberto Duran, Manny Pacquiao. Who else? Did I say Arguello? Yeah, Alexis Arguello. I don't know. There's been so many. Once again, there's been so many. We'll think about that. From Leon, Doug, I told you yesterday lawsuits were forthcoming. Okay, and Fred Mack talking about the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. Fred Mack, they done filed a class action lawsuit against Manny in Vegas. Lots of people lost money on that fool. They want that back. Laugh out loud. Sometimes just shut up. Excuses. I agree with Fred Mack. From Stagger Lee, I'm in this snitch like the ugly on Precious Grill. What? Some people say Precious is beautiful, man. Gabby Cinnabay is beautiful. Some people say that. It's all your preference, man. From Clay Davis, there's no such thing as a big bone. You just fat as hell. No! Stop that. Stop that. There's definitely a difference. There's a difference between Niecy Nash and Serena and Precious and Gabby Cinnabay. And I wouldn't even use the term fat. That's very, derogatory. And they big boned it. They thick. They're thick. Like government cheese thick. From Keen 941, I'm done with the fight talk, Doug. Yeah, a lot of people are, and I am pretty much too. It's really sad, man. It's really sad how biased people are and how outright they are in their biasness. They are. I mean, you mad because your guy didn't win? I mean, did you think your guy, first of all, it's a problem that you thought your guy was going to win this fight. And second of all, your guy loses and you still mad. And you trying to discredit the other guy. Why would you do that? From Rel Scott, top 5 thick Jawns. Jawn is a Philadelphia term. I do know that. Whenever you hear anybody use the term Jawn, Jawn, my line brother Guat is from Philly. And he always used to be like, yo, Stu, I got this real thick Jawn I'm on right now. Well, what do you mean, Jawn? Oh, man, this Jawn is so thick. Ooh, Stu. That's how I used to talk. People that went to school with me remember my boy Guat. But no, I'm not exaggerating how he talks. So whatever you hear, that's a little PSA. If you ever hear anybody use the term Jawn, 9 times out of 10, they're from Philadelphia. He has number 5, Jasmine Sullivan. Ooh, I forgot about Jasmine Sullivan. But that chick is crazy, though. Is that the chick that throws rocks through your car window? Oprah at number 4. Nah, Oprah remind me too much of my auntie. Number 3, Shaka Khan, the great Shaka Khan. Okay, I like that. Number 2, Takara. And number 1, Jill Scott, Philly represent. Yes, I like your list, except for Oprah. Could I have slid Jasmine Sullivan in my list over Niecy Nash? Maybe I could have. Harvey Scott, Jill Scott 1, Takara 2. The rest don't compare. Ronald Cameron, Floyd made $180 million facing Manny, and he won't make that kind of money fighting anyone else, of course. So, of course, Floyd will fight him again. I agree. That's exactly what I said earlier. Of course Floyd will fight him again. Why wouldn't he fight him again and put it out there? Yeah, I think it'd be a great business move on his last hurrah, his last fight to pass Rocky Marciano. He fights a guy where he clearly knows that he's better than, and he goes out the door with $200+ million. I think that's a great business move. That's why I think Floyd jumped on this whole commentary. Yeah, I'll do it. Sure, why not? Why not? I'll fight Manny Pacquiao again, you dumbasses. Because y'all going to pay for it. Y'all Pacquiao fans, sheep, are going to pay for it. You say you're not going to pay for it, but you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. So just stop it. Hey, when we get back from the break, man, I'm going to read more chat. That's all I'm going to do. It's the top of the hour. It's the second hour. So we'll kind of review what we've been talking about. And then I'm going to read more of your chat, man. So hit me on the chat line on Spreaker.com. All right? Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. System 5 Electronics is proud to offer my listeners in the Atlanta area the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for your busy lifestyle for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's just a few reasons to choose System 5. Not only is their monitoring station located here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own your security alarm system once it's installed. Not only have they been around for almost 25 years, but their customer service is excellent. And you get direct access to the owner, Mr. Maceo Brown, to resolve any issues with your alarm system. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. And make sure and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Yes. This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you not stewing, what in the world are you doing?
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. If you're not stewing, what in the hell are you doing? Yes! Yeah. Wild Out Wednesday. Just having some fun, kicking it, man. As somebody said in the last round of chat, just trying to get past this Mayweather stuff, man. But you know what? It's hard. It's hard for me just to move on, from the Mayweather stuff, man, because you know, it's almost like I have this thing inside me where I feel like I need to be talking more smack to the Pacquiao fans and to the Pacquiao sheep because they talk smack and just call Floyd Mayweather out of his name and said he was scared and Chicken Little and all of these memes and this, that, and the other for over 5 years. And the whole time it was just so ridiculous to me. I'm like, clearly you don't know anything about boxing. Clearly you just mad and your biases are just shining through, because why would you put a statement behind a guy that punches people in the face for a living that he's scared? Not just a guy that punches people in the face for a living, but has been very successful at it. You know, basically he was born to do this, and he was born into this. So, yeah, I really, you know, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I understand that, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But every time I try to move away from it, it just pops back into my mind on how sure people were that Manny Pacquiao could beat Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. And it wasn't just, last week or the last month. It's been over 5 years. So I almost feel like they deserve a lot more punishment, a lot more vocal punishment than just 2 or 3 days. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I need to continue to tongue lash them for a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks at least. Like, let me get a month of tongue lashing to the Pacquiao fans in comparison to the last 5 or 6 years. I just don't want to move on that quick. I need to. There's a lot of other things going on, but I kind of don't. And maybe I'm kind of petty in that regard. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with being petty. I am. Because it always amazes me how, with so much veracity, people argue or debate you on a sports topic, and then when it finally happens, then let's just move on. You feel me? Let's just move on. And we got short memories. Like the vile things people said about Floyd Mayweather, and I said it on Monday, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and this is hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, so talking about a possible Mayweather fight, Mayweather-Pacquiao fight in another year or so. Class action lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather Jr., NBA playoffs from last night. Who else? Mike Conley comes back last night to lead the Grizzlies to a win. We're going to talk about Isaiah Thomas here in a second. But I said it on Monday, okay? I said it on Monday that when people have talked about Mayweather over the last couple of years, the thing about it to me is how could you do this and just ignore the actual facts in front of you? And that's actually what's been going on. People have been ignoring the facts about what this guy's record says and what Manny Pacquiao's record said. Pacquiao had 5 losses. Oh, that's okay. I mean, how can you just forget how Pacquiao got knocked the F out by Juan Manuel Marquez? Like Cole. How can you do that? So now today, a couple of days later, let's just move on. We don't want to talk about it no more. Of course you don't want to talk about it anymore, Eugene Jackson. Of course you don't. You call this man out of his name, which is one of the most vile things. Outside of spitting in a guy's face or telling a guy to turn around and kicking him in his ass, being called a coward, there's probably nothing worse. There's nothing worse you could probably say to a guy. Well, you could probably call a black guy an N-word, and that'd be worse. But outside of that, being called a coward or calling somebody a coward is the most disrespectful thing you could say to a dude. And that's all that was hurled around for many, many years about Floyd Mayweather Jr. And now after the fact, you don't want to talk about it no more. But damn it, we kind of petty on this show. We kind of petty on this show because you know what? We call a spade a spade. And I'm not going to let you just move on and forget about it. Eugene Jackson and Skip Baylesses of the world and everybody that called this man out of his name, I'm just not going to let you do it. So for the next couple of weeks, I thought about this during the break. For the next couple of weeks, I might be talking about something in the NBA, and in the next sentence, I might just start talking about how Pacquiao got his ass kicked. So just don't mind me at all. Just roll with me. It'll be okay. At some point, I'm going to move on. Yeah. The announcement Tuesday that Isaiah Thomas is back working for Madison Square Garden, albeit for the WNBA's New York Liberty for now, is no surprise at all for people that know the relationship between him and James Dolan, the owner of the New York Knicks. Isaiah Thomas is back in basketball, man. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Isaiah Thomas back in basketball. Now, you know the backstory to this. Isaiah was actually, or not Isaiah actually, and that's the thing about it that people confuse. The New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden were found guilty in a sexual harassment case back in 2007. And the main person named in the lawsuit was Isaiah Thomas. He had actually, or allegedly, said some off the cuff remarks to this young lady, and she sued and she won a lawsuit for $11.5 million. So people are always kind of speculating, why does James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, why does he love Isaiah Thomas so much? And I'm going to tell you what, Isaiah Thomas, man, is a smooth cat. I mean, this cat is a smooth dude. And for everything that Isaiah was at the bottom of with this whole thing in 2007, and once again, wish the Knicks had to pay $11.6 million, it all kind of went back to him. But here's the thing. Isaiah Thomas has denied these allegations from this lady still to this day. In a statement that came out with the announcement of Isaiah being named to this position for the WNBA's New York Liberty, the Knicks organization and James Dolan said that they never once believed these allegations, even though they lost the lawsuit, and that they support Isaiah Thomas. And I heard this morning those guys, Mike and Mike, they interviewed Isaiah Thomas and asked him the questions. And Isaiah, smooth as a cucumber, as always, played it to the left, talked about the basketball and his job that he has now. Then they really pressed him on it. And he was like, listen, man, first of all, I didn't get sued. The Knicks got sued. The Knicks paid out a settlement, not me. I'm denying it, and I'd rather move on. The Knicks have supported me, and I'd rather move on. Isaiah, man, I mean, if not for the bad reputation he has in the public eye, like Isaiah Thomas could be president. I'm serious. He's that political. He's that smooth. He knows how to handle the media, obviously. And once again, just a smooth cat. And I love that. I've always loved Isaiah Thomas, and I've always thought he got a bad rap with some of the moves that he made for the Knicks. I think he was the guy that drafted the Curry kid out of high school. A couple other picks didn't work out. But, I mean, I don't know if anybody could have done a better job when as the GM of the New York Knicks at that time. They were just so bad. They were so behind the eight ball. I don't know if anybody could have. I know people have a personal vendetta against Isaiah Thomas because of the comments he made about Larry Bird back in the day. He's since apologized for all of that stuff. And I don't think he gets enough respect as far as a player and as a basketball mind. I don't care what nobody else says. These people hate. Oh, the company I work for on radio a couple years ago, them dudes I work with, they hated Isaiah Thomas. They did. They hate for Isaiah Thomas. They hate for him to seemingly be the Teflon Don. And a lot of people don't like that. And me, for one, I'm happy for Isaiah Thomas. Good for you, Zeke. And all this means is he's going to, at some point, be back in basketball. He's going to be back in basketball. In the NBA. He's back in basketball, but he's going to be back in the NBA at some point real soon here. 404-382-0338. What's your thoughts about that? I know there's a lot of Knicks fans that listen to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What are your thoughts about Isaiah Thomas? Are you one of the people that don't like him? Or do you kind of, look at it from my standpoint? I think he's a great basketball mind. I don't think he gets enough respect as far as what he did as a player, even though he's a Hall of Famer. Isaiah was that dude. For younger people that never saw Isaiah Thomas play, look at Chris Paul. He was Chris Paul, but even better, I think. I think even more of a floor general. I do. So, yeah. What are your thoughts on Isaiah Thomas back in basketball? From Keen 941, I just don't know what she was doing with that dress on a few days ago. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. From Sluggo, damn, DC looks as if she lost weight. Who is DC? DC. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that. William Mack, I'm in this piece after a 2-week hiatus. Shouts out to you, William Mack. Where you been at? You had to do a 2-week bid? Sir, don't ever miss the show 2 weeks again. A lot has been going on. Let's see, we got Chico D'Alpha. Shouts out Chico D'Alpha. Doug, did you hear Kenny Smith say Curry's the best shooter to ever play the game? Did I hear him right last night? I didn't hear that, and I actually stopped watching that game probably at halftime, I think it was. People have been saying that for a couple of years now. I don't know if I buy into that. You remember Mark Jackson said that this is the best shooting backcourt of all times. I don't know about that. Actually, and people always try to find a better shooting backcourt than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I don't know. Probably not. And I guess a lot of times I wax poetic. But I almost think a shooting backcourt on that same organization might be just as good or better. And talking about Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond. Might be the same exact organization, the same exact team. maybe they would give them a run for their money. I don't know. And it seems to me that a lot of people that know basketball more than me are saying this. I just find it hard to believe, man. There's been a lot of great basketball players in tandems as far as point guard and two guard in NBA history. And you're ready to say that about Klay Thompson and Steph Curry already? I don't know. I'm uncomfortable with saying that. I just threw out one. What are your thoughts? Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond. I mean, they were beasts. Chris Mullin, one of the most pure shooters in the history of the game. More established, right now at this point. Well, maybe he's not even now that Steph Curry got this MVP. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? All right, so when we get back from the break, I'm going to read more of your chat. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read all chat in the next segment. And I'll also give you number 3 on my list of top 5 thick women of all times. Yes, sir. Don't go away. This is The Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the Metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the #1 thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta, where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736, or online at System5Electronicsinc.com. That's System5Electronicsinc.com.
Beggars can't be choosers, huh?
Beggars can't be choosy. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for joining me, man. Wild Out Wednesday. Continue to pass the word on the show. I need you to tell at least one person, man. It's really not hard to listen to the show online and follow the show. And I think a lot of people that don't listen to online radio, man, they got kind of like this preconceived notion that you got to be some type of tech genius to listen to the show. I'm telling you, I talk to people all the time. How do you listen to the show? I'm like, man, all you got to do is click on the damn link. That's it. And when you follow the show, you get alerts and this, that, and the other. So I get it. I guess I kind of get it. People are kind of slow, and they're kind of set in their ways, so they want to turn on the radio. And if it's not on the radio, they're not going to even make an effort to try to listen. So tell your friend that used to listen to the Stews back in the day, and it likes the way we get down with our sports talk, to try it, to just turn on the Doug Stewart Show. And I know you're saying this to yourself, being a listener for a long time. I mean, yeah, it's not that hard. I know. But trust me, I come into contact with people all the time, and they'd be like, man, where can I listen to your show at? Like, they've seen me post it on Facebook and on Twitter and all my social networks. We've got advertising out there. They've seen it, but they don't get it. Right. So that's a hurdle that we have to get across in independent radio, and especially on this format and this platform. So tell one person, how to go about listening to the Doug Stewart Show. All they got to do is click on the damn link. Click on the link, and the podcast from all the previous shows from the last 7 months are right there. You can listen to the show live at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. I mean, we just as big as any radio station in the world. I mean, we actually bigger because they listening to me right now in China, Jack. Right now in China, the Middle East, Antarctica, they are listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm telling you, we got analytics to show that people are listening to this show worldwide. Okay, I'm telling you. So tell one person about the Doug Stewart Show, man. Top 5 thick girls, a.k.a. big-boned girls, a.k.a. ThickSnacks of all times, in honor of the great Gabby Sinnebay, who won't make my list. I'm sorry. Number 5 on my list was Niecy Nash. Number 4 was Serena Williams. Coming in at number 3 is the great Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Let me rock you, Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan comes in at number 3. Ooh. And I almost didn't put Chaka Khan on here because, Chaka Khan was probably, she would probably go under the category of petite one time. But she's been a big girl for so long that I thought it was okay to put her on the list. Like, all of these chicks on this list are just big by nature. And Chaka Khan was really a small chick, when she was in her early 20s or whatever. And then she just kept eating them damn ho-hos and Twinkies and apple pies. And she just blew up to a big girl. So she's sustained big girl status for such a long time. I thought it was okay. It was apropos to put her on my list. And so she comes in at number 3. Now, you know who number 2 and number 1 are. It's just the order. And I'll tell you about that in a little while. Let me read more of this chat from Chico D. Alpha. Oh, actually, I already read that. He talked about Kenny Smith saying Steph Curry is the best shooter to ever play the game. Yeah, I have a hard time just saying that. I do. Even though he just won an MVP award and clearly he has a fantastic shooting stroke, I just have a hard time. I've seen a lot of great basketball players in my life, man. Hey, seriously. I mean, the guy that's playing right now is just, like, unbelievable. And that's Kevin Durant from shooting the basketball. Now, clearly, stats and numbers show that Steph Curry is a better shooter, but I'm talking about just letting the ball fly, form. I mean, there's so many. Ray Allen. I mean, there's just so many. I just have a hard time at this young of an age to give him that title. I just do. From Fred Mack, my thickness levels can't go much higher than, like, Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Amber Rose types. See, that's a totally different subcategory. when you're talking about chicks like Beyonce, Alicia Keys, and Amber Rose, you're talking about a totally different subcategory of just fine-ass, thick girls. Okay, I know it's semantics, but you know what I'm talking about. That group right there is a different show. That's a different top 5 in itself. Of just top 5, there's a couple of video vixen chicks, and Amber Rose was a video vixen at one time. There's a couple of video vixen chicks that I can't think of their names right now that are so thick. And when I say thick, in this category you're talking about, it's more defined by your well-proportioned all over the place, but it's just a lot of it. Like there's a lot of breastises with this person. There's a small waist. They got a tremendous war. And for people that don't know, a war is a waist to ass ratio. And then they got the fat ass. I mean, it's just that's exactly what you're talking about with these chicks right here. They aren't per se big girls or big boned or whatever. They just super, super thick in all the right places. And I know it's kind of confusing, but dudes listening to the show understand what I'm saying, man. From Al the Bandit. Stewies, don't sleep on the great Kim Whitley. She is super thick and got them tig old bitties. Yeah, I may could have put her in that category, in this category today. I may could have. From who we got? Stagger Lee. Can't we put Michael Sam on the BBW list? I already read that earlier. From Matt, Phaedra Parks from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, I understand, but nah, she's not going to make my list. From JB Jennings, Esther Baxter. Yes! You remember just now I was just talking about video vixen chicks that's just thick for no reason, thick like government cheese, like molasses, like 5-day-old macaroni? Look up Esther Baxter. This chick is unbelievable. And she's one of those video vixens, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Bounce, 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 fool. Yeah. From Cleo to 72. Even if they fight again, Floyd is supposed to give up the belt, so Manny will never get the belt back from Floyd. That's a good point. Jungle Brother, raise your hand out if you a Pacquiao fan so we can tell you to sit your ass down. Exactly. As titled today's show, Sit Your Ass Down, Pacquiao fans. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From Matt, yes, Lord, Candy and Erica Campbell. Ooh, yeah. Candy's definitely honorable mention. She kind of got cankles, too. She got them old lady legs. From Stagger Lee, forget Manny Pacquiao's shoulder. His arm's so short he can scratch his left armpit with his left hand and don't even have to bend his elbows. You crazy. Chico the Alpha, Jill Scott, Esther Baxter. See, Esther Baxter, the reason why I guess I didn't put her in any other video vixen that you could come up with, like in this list as well, is one, because I think, once again, there's a totally different category when you talk about those chicks. They just thick all in the right places. And I wouldn't consider them big-boned or quasi, overweight. These chicks aren't overweight. They just thick in all of the right places. But she's not as big of a celebrity as these other people that I have on my list. It's top 5 most beautiful plus-size celebrities of all time. She's a celebrity as far as a video vixen can be as a celebrity, but she's not in the same level with these other women I have on my list. From Gerald, Manny fought this fight to pay them people. The next fight is for him to ride off into the sunset. Yeah, it's going to take a year for that to happen. Matt, hell, I'll fight Pac if he's going to fight like he did Saturday night. From JB Jennings, and this is chat from the chat room on Spreaker.com. From JB Jennings, he says, the Mary Mary girls, hallelujah, hallelujah. One of them is prettier than the other. I thought about them. They're on the list. I just put them on the list as Mary girls. I didn't even differentiate them. I don't even know them chicks apart. From Keen 941, Candy Beers is a biscuit away. Yeah. There's a couple of chicks that are a biscuit away. Truth be told, Beyonce is about a biscuit or two with jam away. That Amber Rose chick, she's definitely a biscuit away. She's definitely all of these chicks that we're talking about, the subcategory I was talking about, they are a biscuit away from being in this category I'm talking about today. You feel me? From J-Rob, this fight won't happen. 1 year later, Manny got to have a tune-up fight and then fight Floyd. That's at least a year and a half from now. I tend to agree. Ronald Cameron, before Manny gets his rematch, he needs to fight Marquez again. Damn, do you want to see Marquez and Manny for a fourth time? Especially what Marquez did to him the last time? I don't know about that. Epic battle trilogy. Kiss My Go to Hell, Candy Beerish, yes. Candy's real cute. She's real pretty. She's real pretty. It's crazy. When I was headed to the funeral last week, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, in the car they played that Escape song, Just Kicking, and just harking back to the days of Escape. Candy, Tiny, and the other chick. I can't remember her name right now. She's doing some reality TV as well. But yeah, Candy is very pretty. Very pretty. She just got them old lady legs. I don't like that. Kiss My Go to Hell. Al, I like Kim Whitley and Next Friday. Craig should have went on and smashed. Ronald Cameron. Aaron needs to sit his old ass down. Floyd holds all the cards. Yeah, the negotiation for Pacquiao Mayweather Fight 2 is going to be hell on Bob Arum. he damn near going to have to jump through some hoops with fire to make this deal happen. It ain't going to be easy. Yeah, they going to have to come up off that cash, really. You think they have to come up off that cash and the split this time around? Imagine next time around. Ooh-wee. Get your money, Floyd. All right, when we get back from the break, man, let's talk a little bit about Randy Gregory. Something that he's done, I wouldn't suggest it to anybody, but we'll talk about it. And I'll read more of your chat. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Don't want to be a player. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Wild Out Wednesday. Top 5 thick snacks of all times. I like that word. Thick snacks. I mean, because it's very appropriate. And also talking about all these sports stories. Manny Pacquiao Fans still mad. They're probably going to get it in again in a year or so to get this money. Not mad at that. NBA playoffs. Have you heard this story about Randy Gregory? We didn't even get into a lot of the draft talk because of the dominance of the fight talk. But Randy Gregory actually drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in round 2 of the NFL draft, pick number 60, defensive end from Nebraska. Got busted smoking weed at the combine. Before that had happened, they were talking about this guy being a top 5, top 10 pick, being the best overall defensive end / outside linebacker in the draft. So he lost a lot of money. But this man went and got a tattoo, a star on his forearm to show love and support and thank, I guess, the Dallas Cowboys for drafting him. Now, there's a lot of Cowboy fans all over America. And so there's strong opinions whenever you talk about the Dallas Cowboys. What are your thoughts on Randy Gregory, man? Do you think – and the problem with it is, once again, the same conversation we had about Shane Ray a couple of days ago is, can he stay on the field? And I just think it shows a lack of judgment, and it shows that you make bad decisions for you to do what these guys have done leading up to this draft. Now, that being said, once again, there's been a lot of great players that failed drug tests before the NFL combine and before the NFL draft, went on to have very successful careers. Dan Marino, Warren Sapp. I mean, Chris Carter was damn near a crackhead, and he's a Hall of Famer. So it can be done. You know, it's risk-reward. Are you okay with this pick of Randy Gregory? If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, are you okay with it, or are you scared? In effect, are you scared that Jerry messed this thing up? I tend to believe, man. I always look at the other side of things. The public always wants to condemn people. And if they make a mistake, you know, the court of public opinion is they're bad forever. Or they'll do this thing forever. I never look at it like that. When in these situations with Randy Gregory and Shane Ray, I say, and maybe it's just because of the way I was raised to believe the best in people, I say that this is a lesson to them that they're going to learn from. You know, that's what I want to believe. Now, a lot of times I'm wrong, and they do make the same dumb mistake again. But initially, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt is that this will actually end up being a blessing in disguise, that they'll understand how bright their celebrity is, and that people are watching them, and that they're under a magnifying glass, and that they got to do better. You know, and they won't do it again, and they won't get caught up like this again. So that's what I want to believe. And I think that they got them a good-ass football player in Dallas, man. Wow. I mean, you got a guy with top 5 talent before the draft. And even after the draft, and even after this news had come out, you know, Kuiper and the other guy, what's his name, Todd McShay or whatever on the Puppet Factory, they said that, you know, they vehemently talked about how this guy would have been a top 5, top 10 pick. No doubt about it, if this wouldn't have happened at the draft, at the combine. So, hey, man, it's all about talent. You can say what you want. You can try to have all of these quiet boys in your team like Arthur Blank and the Atlanta Falcons. They always talk about character, and I understand that. You want good guys as well. But, I mean, talent overrules everything to me. Yeah. So if you knew Lawrence Taylor was, you know, a drug head and always trying to touch on little girls or whatever after the fact, and he apologized for it or whatever, would you have not wanted that talent on the football field? Huh? And once again, the whole thing with Lawrence Taylor is he denies a lot of this stuff, especially the sexual assault stuff. Still denies it. And, I mean, I guess that's what they do. But, yeah, you want talent. You want talent. And I think the Falcons have been burned, talking about the Falcons. They've been burned with all of the stuff with Mike Vick so much. They just gun-shy. They're never going to take a player like Randy Gregory. I remember seeing and hearing a lot of people saying that the Falcons should take Shane Ray or they should take, you know, Randy Gregory. And I just knew that wasn't going to happen. I just knew that wasn't going to happen. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart.
What's up?
What's up?
Who's this?
What's going on? This is Vern, baby.
Vern from Jersey. What up, Vern? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. You forgot one big girl, man.
Who?
Riri. Aretha Franklin. The Kentucky Fried Chicken eating ass. You know how she do.
Yeah,
But,
Vern. I mean, Riri can't make my my list of top 5 big girls.
She looked good. Riri was a pretty young lady growing up, man.
Yeah, but come on, Vern.
She old school. That's the only reason you ain't doing it, right?
I don't know, Vern. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it has something to do with it that she got size 68 triple D's dragging down to her ankles, too. Maybe that has something to do with it, too, Vern.
Hey, man, it ain't nothing new with the Cowboys, man. I mean, the Cowgirls, you know. If that Stagger Lee team, man, ain't going to do anything, man. And like pork skins, I'm gone.
And he's gone. Appreciate the call, Vern. Way to get out, Vern, without getting your ass shot. Good shot, Vern. I like that. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Let me read more of your chat here while I got the opportunity to do that. I really, there's so much good stuff to talk about. Haven't had a chance to read chat like I normally do. Ronald Cameron. Floyd got paid over $1 million for allowing the Burger King mascot to walk down to the ring. Like him or not, Floyd is a brilliant businessman. I wonder who came up with that idea. I wonder if Floyd's camp came up with that and they approached Burger King or Burger King approached him. Either way, the man got $1 million for doing absolutely nothing. The man didn't have to say anything. The man walked out and somebody else did some work. A guy got into a costume and followed Floyd to the ring, and they gave him $1 million for that. Bless your heart. He might not be able to read, but he can count. Kiss my go to hell. I still want Ricky from Boys in the Hood, baby mama. Yeah, she was fine. You remember that in that scene in Boys in the Hood when Ricky bust slob on her? I mean, her tongue was down his throat. I remember that scene. I see why you say that. Younger brother Skip like to hear himself talk. From Gregor, Oprah will probably force you to have a vasectomy before you hit. Stagger Lee, why do BBWs always store cell phones, cigarettes, lighters, and home phones in their tig old bitties as their jeans are big as hell? Stagger Lee, use something else. And actually, we meant to hit that one right there. From Boosa, Skip is trying to keep up with Stephen A. Smith. I think he's worried about his status on the Puppet Factory. Keen 941, Oprah probably the type of chick that give you instructions in bed, right, left, right. I don't know about that. 9 on the Rhino, fat booty BBW shouldn't qualify. Flat booty. Rel Scott, Nene Leaks is a man. Next. I'm not going to go that far. But I'm just not, I don't think she's attractive at all. I don't think she's cute at all. Rel Scott, Skip Clueless needs to be drug tested if he thinks Floyd lost. As far as a rematch, hell, I didn't pay for the first fight, so I sure as hell wouldn't pay for the second. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll see it some kind of way. I'll go to somebody's house. If I don't have an opportunity like I had this past weekend with the Tavern Restaurant, I'll go to somebody's house and watch it and pay them $10. But I ain't paying no damn whatever the cost they're going to charge. That's just out. That's O-U-W-T, out. In the famous words of Fred Sanford, that's not going to happen. From Kiss My Go to Hell, a lot of people deserve to lose money just for betting against Mayweather out of sheer hate. That's right. You remember the Puppet Factory had this poll, and it was like 60% of the people thought Mayweather was going to lose. And it's so funny after the fact. It was funny to me before the fact, but after the fact, it's even more funny. Yeah. You let your personal hate get in the way of your money? I've never done that. Never done that. I have never. As mad as I might have been with somebody, I wouldn't bet against LeBron James. Right, as mad as I was at LeBron for all of those years, I would never bet against him. That would be stupid. You know? That'd be stupid. Pacquiao going to win. What make you think Pacquiao was going to win? Let me ask that question. If you are a fan of boxing and you're a fan of Pacquiao, he might be a great guy, Christian, and all of that type stuff. What made you think he was going to win this fight? What made you think he was going to win this fight? You couldn't have believed that. What about their records? What about their fighting style made you believe that Pacquiao was going to be able to put together enough offense to hit a guy, to beat up on a guy that never really gets hit? That in itself is a crazy Crazy-ass notion. Don't go away. We'll wrap up today's show. Coming up next on the Doug Stewart Show, I also tell you number 1 and 2 on my top 2 thick chicks list. Don't go away. This your boy Doug Stewart for my folks at System 5 Electronics. They're proud to offer my listeners here in the metro Atlanta area all the way down to Macon, Georgia, the most affordable home security monitoring systems, featuring smart solutions for that busy lifestyle you lead for as low as $16.50 per month. Here's some of the reasons why you should choose System 5.
Hi, I'm Maceo Brown, President and CEO of System 5 Electronics. We take pride in making sure that security is the number one thing that we do. And thanks to you, the customer that has supported us, we have grown this company in Southwest Atlanta where we're creating jobs and opportunities.
Not only is their monitoring station here in Atlanta, but they also install the most advanced, up-to-date alarm systems where you can access cameras, lights, door locks, thermostats, and other devices remotely with your smartphone. 24/7 technical support, plus the lowest service call fees in the business. And check this, you own the security alarm system once it's installed. And you get direct access to the owner if you ever got a problem, Mr. Maceo Brown. Click on the banner on the Doug Stewart Show website or app for more details, or give them a call at 404-756-0736. Again, that's 404-756-0736. Or online at System5ElectronicsInc.com. That's System5ElectronicsInc.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice and frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is peanuts taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled peanuts and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it? Peanuts? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern. Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Wild Out Wednesday, May 6th, 2015. Top 5 most beautiful plus-size women of all times. I call them ThickSnacks. And on my top 5 list of ThickSnacks of all times, all of this is in honor of Gabby Sidibe's birthday today. Happy birthday to her, but she didn't make the damn list. No way, no how. Number 5 on my list was Niecy Nash. Number 4 was Serena Williams. Number 3, Chaka Khan. Coming in at number 2 is the great Takara, which that means coming in at number 1 is Jill Scott. And I think maybe a couple of weeks ago, I might have, when this came up, I think I might have said I would have took Takara over Jill Scott. But after reviewing my notes, man, that Jill Scott is just something else. I mean, she is super fine. It's almost like the good Lord made Jill Scott. When the good Lord made Jill Scott, she was 6'6", and then he put her in a machine and just like pushed her ass down to 5'7". And everything stayed proportionate. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know whether her weight has kind of fluctuated up and down over the last couple of years. And I'm not sure. I'm not a woman, and I know a woman could probably tell better than a man. I'm not sure if she's wearing one of those corsets or one of those things that holds everything together a lot of times when she comes out in public. But her waist to ass ratio, and then when you add on top of that, her waist to tiggle bitties ratio is just tremendous. Like, it's tremendous. Like, this chick's body is unbelievable to be, quote unquote, a big girl. And then she has probably the prettiest smile in entertainment, and she's just beautiful. This chick is beautiful, man. So Jill Scott comes in at number 1 on my list. Yes, sir. She's just beautiful. She is beautiful. And she can sing. She's talented. Seems to have a great personality. And that kind of adds to it as well. And that's probably why I can't even, I off the top, I don't think that she's that cute anyway. I don't think she's cute at all. But that's why I couldn't put a chick like Nene in no damn list like this. Because as much as I try to look at the person, if I know the person's personality and their personality is real crappy, they ain't going on my damn list. I don't like that chick, Nene. Bless her heart, she's a good businesswoman, but damn, I can't stand that chick. And I don't even watch that show. Just from the little clips of me walking by and watching my wife watch it. I'm not putting no Nene on my damn list. From KC, if Pacquiao's injury wouldn't have come out, how many people would have thought that he was hurt? Exactly right. That's exactly right. If he wouldn't have said anything, and he would have just kept it to himself, that he had this shoulder injury and went and got some type of surgery down in Mexico or something like that in secret, and nobody would have known about it, how many people would have questioned that he was injured? Nobody, because he fought like he wasn't injured. Now, was he as aggressive as he's been in the past? I always use the term Tasmanian devil-like. No. But, I mean, you could chalk it up to getting knocked the F out by Juan Manuel Marquez. Get the damn name out. I'm not Mexican, so it's okay. Yeah, you can chalk it up to him getting older. You can chalk it up to him being punch drunk because of the knockout from Marquez. Yeah, nobody would have known. He didn't look like he was hurt to me. No. Miss Mocabella, that's right. Herschel Walker, support your son. What's wrong with his son if his son wants to cheer? Yeah, make sure you look at that video, Herschel Walker's son cheerleading. 9-0 the Rhino. Nah, Magic Johnson is a supportive father. Yeah, Magic is. I mean, Baller awards to Magic Johnson and Herschel Walker for supporting their kids no matter what. No matter what. From Keen 941. Herschel Walker's son disappointed me. I don't think that's the right thing to say. It's not your son. I mean, you shouldn't be disappointed. I mean, why are you? I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but I mean, that's Herschel and his son's life. From Harold Archie. Damn, bless his heart, like the old folks say. And talking about Herschel Walker's son. J.B. Jennings. Doug went silent on that one. Yeah. From Kaza. George Bush was a cheerleader in college. I've heard that before. I think I heard that before, and I actually had that question asked to me on Trivia Crack a couple of days ago. I'm playing my boy. We're riding to South Carolina. Clay Davis says, she. Paul Pierce said that Ray and Rondo didn't get along. Is that a lie, too? I know the Puppet Factory has an agenda, but that doesn't mean the rumors about Rondo don't hold any merit. I guess he's talking about how I mentioned earlier in this story with Isaiah Thomas that I totally think different than most of the rest of America about him and about, what's reported and actually what they actually do on the court or outside of their sport. I guess that's what Clay Davis she is talking about. From Harold Archie. Thick from next Friday, the comedian Kim Whitley. That chick from the old Ally McBeal show. I've never seen an episode of Ally McBeal, so I wouldn't know. Takara at number 3, number 2, Jill Scott, number 1, MF and Jill Scott. He gave Jill Scott 1 and 2. Yeah, I feel you, bruh. I just paid homage to her myself. Dollar Cents. What's up, fam? Coming to you live from Denmark. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. As I told you earlier, man, people listen to this show all over the world. Thank you, Dollar and Cents. That's what I'm talking about. Scotty9, is it me or does Tony Allen look like he drank a few beers before the game? He do got that wino look to himself. Uncle Mike, Laker fan for life, but Kobe pissed Dwight off. Signing Kobe was a mistake. Nobody wants to play with him. If Kobe hadn't been signed, we still have Dwight and Gasol. Kobe is stunning the Lakers' growth. I agree with they should have never gave Kobe that deal, but I think you're giving too much credence and too much credit to Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard doesn't have any heart. Why wouldn't you want to play in Los Angeles with the history and the legacy of that program? And, oh, yeah, it is in Los Angeles. You are about to be the big man on campus as soon as Kobe retires. Does Kobe have one more year? He didn't want to accept the challenge. I'm not giving no credit to Dwight Howard. I disagree with you on that, Uncle Mike. Ronald Cameron. Roberto Duran is the greatest Latino fighter of all time. Yeah, somebody threw the question out earlier. Give me a top 5 Latino/Hispanic fighter list. And automatically off the top of my head, I came up with Roberto Duran. I don't know the order. Roberto Duran. There's a couple. I mean, there's so many. I mean, boxing is a sport that's pretty much split down the middle. Or there's probably more Hispanic/Latino fighters in boxing than they are black fighters, clearly white fighters. I think they probably, percentage-wise, have more fighters per that ethnicity than any other group. So there's so many, man. I would have to sit down and really review some stuff, look at some other, lists that other people have had, boxing experts like the great Burt Sugar. I'm sure he probably has a list of fighters, and then you can just look at the list in the order of his Latino fighters, Hispanic fighters. It's just so many, man. From Kaza, Isaiah in charge of women. Basketball is like a lion being in charge of the antelopes. Let you tell it. Isaiah denies that whole thing that happened in 2007, and the Knicks agree with him. Casey, Isaiah Thomas is president of the WNBA's New York Liberty. The roster is running amok in the hen house, or the rooster is running amok in the hen house. William Mack. So Zeke was found guilty on sexual harassment. First of all, stop right there. He wasn't found guilty of anything. He was part of a lawsuit against Madison Square Garden. Okay? The Madison Square Garden, the venue. So the Knicks and Madison Square Garden were sued. Isaiah Thomas was a part of that. He didn't have to pay anything. And you hire him to work with the WNBA? Ha, ha, ha. What sense does that make? Clearly, I don't think politically correct. It doesn't look like it is. It doesn't look like a politically correct thing to do. But I'm telling you, man, Isaiah Thomas is like a freaking snake charmer. Yeah. And James Dolan loves the guy. He doesn't care what anybody says. And he's had opportunity after opportunity. I mean, he's got more lives than a freaking cat. He does. Isaiah Thomas, man, you thought that many, many years ago, based on some of the public little spats that he's had that have come out, with the whole thing with Larry Bird and him saying that Larry Bird, if he were black, he wouldn't get the love that other players would get, and the whole thing when the Bulls beat them in the playoffs, him walking off the court, not shaking anybody's hands, then you add all of the mess in New York, and then this thing that happened in 2007, you think that he'd be done. And I think to a large degree he has been blackballed, which I hate that because I think I'm blackballed right now too. But to a large degree, he's landed on his feet every single time. He has. Isaiah Thomas is a survivor. Isn't he from Cabrini Green in Chicago? Tough upbringing, and he's a politician, man. God bless his heart, and he's one of the best players I ever see play the game of basketball. You can talk all you want. You don't have to give him credit. Isaiah Thomas is kind of like the Floyd Mayweather of basketball. Nobody want to give him credit. But Isaiah Thomas was that dude on that court. Don't let nobody fool you. He was. Isaiah give you the business. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to the Tree of Life, Waterhead Walter, Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri. Thank you so much to you guys. I really do appreciate it very, very much. And, man, a big shouts out and thank you to all of the Stewies in the chat room. Tell somebody. Show them how to do it. Grab their phone and put the app on there, the Spreaker app or the Doug Stewart Show app, and just set them up. Because it's not that hard, all right? We'll do it again tomorrow. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.